Technology is everywhere. Nobody can tell you otherwise. These devices claiming to make us more social are doing the exact opposite. Humans are limiting face-to-face contact, and social networking is replacing vital personal relationships. Scrolling endlessly for hours, always looking at what others are doing, or sending a text message instead of making plans. This is the destructive reality that has formed. Every aspect of life has changed in some way due to social networking. Real emotions have been replaced with sending an emoji and forgetting about it. We have become an isolated society because wherever you look, people are looking down, becoming more concerned with what other people are doing at all times than living their own lives. What others post on social media is virtually a highlight reel. You don't see the bad or the boring or the sad, normal things that go on. You only see what they choose to post, which is usually when they look the best or are doing something fun. This leads to many people believing that they aren't good enough. Social media presents more negative effects than positive because it is addicting, decreases productivity, increases cyberbullying, and promotes the development of mental health disorders. Increases users' time on the site because every like or comment makes them feel good. A study from the UCLA Brain Mapping Center found that receiving a high number of likes on photos showed increased activity in the reward center of the brain. Further, teens are influenced to like photos regardless of content based on high number of likes. Bottom line, it feels good to be liked, and herd mentality is big on social media. Like what others like, and you're in. There's a known FOMO syndrome, which is fear of missing out. It is a form of anxiety and largely drives social networking. People want to know what is happening. However, always looking down at your phone is very unproductive and takes away from real face-to-face relationships. If you're with someone and you're on your phone, it's basically displaying that that person is not worth your time, and the people on Instagram or Snapchat or any other site are more worthy of your time. Furthermore, social media massively increases the chances of cyberbullying, as it gives bullies a platform to anonymously attack. According to McAfee, a large internationally recognized computer security program, 87% of youth have witnessed cyberbullying versus last year when only 27% of youth had. This behavior was perceived to result in anger and embarrassment, leading to a broader theme about how online behavior is impacting their offline lives. The study highlights how risky online activity can follow them offline and possibly make them even more susceptible to cyberbullying. Cyberbullying becomes easy with social networking sites like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, or Twitter. With just one tap, you can send messages, share pictures, or connect with anyone in the world. Whether anonymous or not, it is always easier to say or do hurtful things if it is not to the other person's face. You don't have to deal with the same guilt and emotional consequences that may follow if it was in person. Continuing on, social media can lead to mental health issues and an overall lowered self-esteem. According to the Journal of Adolescent Health, social media is associated with mental health problems, which includes depression, sleep disturbances, and eating concerns among young adults. A study by the University of Pittsburgh, for example, found a correlation between time spent scrolling through social media apps and negative body image feedback. Those who had spent more time on social media had 2.2 times the risk of reporting eating and body image concerns compared to their peers who had spent less time on social media. The participants who spent the most time on social media had 2.6 times the risk. The constant comparison and self-image awareness is not healthy or normal. Many people are now endlessly comparing how they look to photoshopped images or the things they do to people's fake social media pages. The way we see others behaving on social media is starting to have a real-world impact on the ways we behave. Many people post things on social media specifically just to make friends or family jealous. When you set those bars for yourself, you just distort your self-image and self-worth until you realize you can't possibly live up to this fake self that you created. One study from a research team at the University of California, San Diego, found that the more people use Facebook over time, the more likely users are to experience negative mental health and negative life satisfaction. Another study conducted by the Young Health Movement and the Royal Society for Public Health surveyed found that 14 to 24-year-olds believe that social media is, in fact, worsening bullying, body image, anxiety, and feelings of depression and loneliness. Instagram was found to be the worst offender. It seems to be that while all things are all good when our faces are tucked deep into our screens, once we put our phones away and pick our heads up, coping becomes even more difficult. In conclusion, social media does far more harm than good. Although beneficial for certain things, in small doses, we cannot use it in small doses due to the incredibly addicting nature of it. Individuals to become less productive and decreases real communication. Social media opens the door to and increases the chances of cyberbullying. Lastly, mental health issues and social media are directly related in multiple facets. These can include depression, comparison, anxiety, jealousy, eating disorders, and negative self-image. Overall, social media does far more harm than good.